The incredibly long, deeply unforgiving road to Ravenport stretched majestically across beautiful, towering, distant mountains. Three inseparable childhood companions walked slowly along the rugged path, sharing deep, lifelong bonds together. People gracefully joked that the three highly unique companions were entirely different as the seasons. Lucas was the beautiful dreamer, truly believing that life always rewarded deeply pure, good intentions. Adrian remained incredibly practical and careful, deeply questioning absolutely everything before taking a single step. Marcus was highly ambitious and charismatic, possessing an intense, unyielding hunger for overwhelming ultimate power. For many long years, the incredibly determined friends struggled daily to find their true fortunes. Lucas desperately wanted to build a beautiful, welcoming school for the children in his village. Adrian quietly dreamed of opening a peaceful, deeply comforting small bookstore right by the sea.
Marcus desperately wanted immense, untouchable wealth, hoping nobody would ever look down on him again. Leaving their quiet home behind, they headed toward Ravenport, deeply hoping to change their destinies.
3 challenging days into their incredibly long journey, a powerful, cinematic storm suddenly struck them.
As brilliant lightning flashed, Lucas suddenly noticed something highly unusual beneath the ancient oak tree.
They finally pulled out a very old wooden chest, wrapped tightly in thick, rusty iron bands. For a short moment, nobody moved at all, until Marcus slowly lifted the heavy wooden lid. Hundreds of beautiful old gold coins shined brightly under the warm, flickering glow of the lantern.
The 3 close friends stared in pure shock, their heavy breathing echoing through the quiet ruins.
We are finally saved. This amazing treasure will change our hard lives forever, my good friends. We can finally build the peaceful, happy lives we have been dreaming about for so long.
Marcus stayed completely silent, staring down at the gold treasure as dark greed filled his mind.
During that quiet night, peaceful sleep simply refused to come to the 3 tired, wealthy friends. Lucas lay awake peacefully, imagining happy young children inside his brand new, beautiful village school. Adrian looked quietly at the stars, perfectly picturing his small, peaceful bookstore right by the ocean. Marcus simply thought about huge palaces, endless luxury, and having complete, total power over the world.
A very dark and selfish thought suddenly entered his greedy mind. Why should we share this?
We really should not travel with all this heavy gold in the bright, open daylight today. You are totally right. We will rest here today and leave early at dawn tomorrow morning.
That is a very smart and perfect idea. We must carefully protect our great new fortune.
We are very hungry. I will go to the nearby village and bring back fresh food. That sounds like a great idea. I will come with you to the village right now. No, Marcus, stay right here and help me guard this heavy chest safely in the ruins.
Of course, my good friend. I will gladly stay behind and protect our beautiful new fortune.
Lucas confidently turned around and walked completely alone into the deep, heavily wooded green forest path. Hours passed slowly. Inside the ruined chapel, the deep silence between the two men grew uncomfortable.
You have carefully counted those gold coins exactly 7 times since Lucas left us this morning. Haha, I am simply making absolutely sure every single golden coin is still safely right here. That is only true if they are weak and actually let the gold change their minds.
As he prepared to leave, his green eyes wandered toward a highly unusual, dark glass vial.
The quiet shopkeeper noticed his intense stare, making Lucas quickly look away in deep, sudden guilt.
He deeply remembered his family struggling daily, his mother's heavy sacrifices, and his beautiful, unfulfilled dreams.
Then a dark, greedy thought silently whispered in his mind. You truly deserve much more today.
With highly trembling hands, the deeply corrupted dreamer slowly bought the mysterious dark glass vial today. Sitting alone in the woods, he carefully poured the mysterious dark liquid into the red wine. Back at the old chapel, the tense atmosphere grew incredibly thick as Marcus leaned much closer.
Tell me honestly, my friend, what would happen if Lucas never returned to us at all? What exactly do you mean by those strange words? He is our deeply loyal, lifelong brother. I am simply wondering how incredibly wealthy we would be if there were only 2 remaining. Absolutely not. We will never do such a terrible thing. To our very best childhood friend.
Many quiet hours passed inside the dark ruins before Marcus softly spoke his dark thoughts again.
Deep silence filled the room as terrible greed finally found a permanent home in Adrian's heart.
We will make one sudden move. We will keep the beautiful golden treasure just for us.
As the majestic sunset beautifully painted the evening sky red, Lucas finally returned to the ruins.
I brought enough fresh, warm food and sweet wine for all of us to share tonight. So you did, my dear friend. You have truly brought exactly what we needed this evening.
Before Lucas could even react, Marcus swiftly moved forward with a sudden, highly dramatic, cinematic action.
The tragic struggle lasted only moments before Lucas heavily collapsed onto the cold, hard stone floor.
I completely and truly trusted both of you with my entire life, my dear old friends. What terrible, dark thing have we just done? We just did this to our incredibly loyal, lifelong childhood best friend. We simply did what was required. We successfully survived this very harsh and deeply unforgiving world.
Deeply shaken and completely exhausted, the 2 remaining men sat heavily beside the glowing treasure chest.
We really should sit down and eat this fresh food to regain our completely lost strength. I am feeling a profound moral conflict, but continue with our planned future. It absolutely had to be done to fully secure our beautiful, incredibly wealthy and peaceful future.
They slowly drank the rich red wine and quietly ate the fresh bread, in total silence.
The red wine. There is something terribly wrong with the heavy wine we just drank today.
Inside the cloth bag, they suddenly discovered the completely empty, mysterious dark glass vial of consequence. Absolute realization struck them far too late. Deep, dark greed had completely destroyed all three friends.
The next beautiful morning, a quiet, older traveler slowly entered the majestic, deeply shadowed, ruined chapel. He deeply stared at the completely untouched gold, then very quietly closed the heavy wooden lid. This golden treasure belonged to absolutely no one, but deep greed entirely captured all three friends. Never fear simple poverty, more than losing your deep loyalty and pure love for useless gold. The heavy wooden chest remained completely silent beneath the old tree, patiently waiting for another dreamer.